Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. My name is Kwang Kem Jira. It's my honor once again to be a master of ceremony for this fantastic occasion, and welcome all of you to our second day of CLMVT Forum 2018. And of course, that this year we come up with the theme of taking off through technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, the main idea for every topics that we are going to discuss about today is going to be the topic of technology to change life and young generation. So this is a great opportunity for all of the participants who come to join us, because you are going to get very useful information, as of course to get a very good knowledge from the experiences from our distinguished speakers. So the first topic will begin with the visionary speech on digital banking in CLMVT connectivity. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an honor to have the expert on this issue. Please join me in welcoming President and CEO Bank of Ayudhya Public Company Limited, Mr. Noriaki Goto. Please.
สวัสดีครับ I hope you can hear it. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and also pleasure to be here today. And I also like to say thank you to Ministry of Commerce of Thailand for giving me an opportunity to make a presentation here today. So this morning, I'd like to break my presentation into 4 parts or 4 pieces. The first part is I'll just quickly, go through what Krungsri is, who we are. And the second part is really, what we see, the future of the banking and technology that's coming in. Although I'm sure many of you here knows this, I'll try to quickly go through that one. And the third one is the CLMVT financial market and the connectivity that we see. So with that, who we are, what's the technology in the market, and how we see, also the financial market in CLMVT countries. Those are the inputs that will bring us to the fourth part, which is what kind of, digital banking services we're providing or we're trying to provide to these customers and to the customers in this CLMVT market. So that will be the kind of the, my 4-part presentation. So let me start with who we are. So this is the overview of the bank. In English it's called Bank of Ayudhya, but locally it's known as Krungsri. It's established in 1945, have approximately 29,000, right now 30,000 employees, and we are ranked 5th in terms of asset, deposit, and loan in Thailand. And also, we are really strong. We are the leader player in the consumer finance business. And then the segue to the next slide is that this Krungsri right now is more than 76% owned by MUFG Bank, which is our parent company. So let me just go through what MUFG is then. Now, this is the overview of our parent company. MUFG is a holding company, and it's the largest financial group in Japan. We have about 120,000 employees and listed in stock exchange in Tokyo and New York. MUFG Bank is the main operating company under this MUFG. MUFG Bank was established in 1990, has 34,000 employees, and its asset is about $2 trillion. And this is the network that MUFG have. This is the global network which spans more than 50 countries and regions around the world. And in Asia and Oceania, MUFG Bank has around 70 branches. And they will still continue to reinforce this network and and expanding their into new areas. As you see, Krungsri, we have about 700 branches here in Thailand. So focusing on the region, MUFG Krungsri regional expansion in ASEAN nation, as you see there. Right now, MUFG has a presence not in Krungsri, in Thailand using Krungsri, but they also made investment in Vietnam Bank in Vietnam, Security Bank in Philippines, and they just announced the investment in Danamon Bank in Indonesia. And we also bought a microfinance company in Cambodia in 2016 called Hatta Kaseka, the microfinance company. So we kind of have a pretty nice footprint in, in this region. So this is, kind of giving you an overall overview of who we are, ourselves, Krungsri, and our parent company, MUFG. So this will bring us to the next part, and I like to share, what we believe the next chapter of banking and what banks will and should do going forward. I won't go this right detail because I'm sure you all know this, but in this digital transformation, what banks, and in fact not only the banks but all the other financial companies should do is really focusing on how to create good customer experience in all areas. We know the way the customer is experiencing banking is completely changing. It's not no more brick and mortar, but many people are just doing banking on this. Right? And so we really have to see, what are the good customer experience we can bring. And of course, using technology, working with fintech companies really to improve our productivity and efficiency. So it's really becoming critical for ourselves to learn and, do move fast. So, I'm sure you all know this, what's the technology coming, and we're, trying to leverage what we have. But in terms of services that we provide, from a banking perspective, the money transfer, payment, and lending are the key products that I think we need to, put our effort on with, digitalization. And I know, and this is the point, the areas that I really want to see, maybe elaborate more on my part going forward. Now that will bring to the third part, which is CLMVT, financial connectivity, or how we see the market in these countries. Now, before explaining how digital banking help enhancing connectivity in these countries, let me just first identify, existing connectivity among us, or maybe the, Thailand and the CLMV countries. And it's not only, the numbers that you see here, but maybe I'll go through this. The first connectivity is, of course, the international trade. You see there, the evidence from international trade shows that, short distance between these neighboring countries is really increasing the volume. There are goods worth of right now $36 billion trade among us, and which is counting about 35% of Thailand ASEAN trade values right now. And the second part is the cross-border investment. And you see there, in 2017, a Thai corporate invested in CLMV worth $14 billion. And, there are much potential in this cross-border investment among us. And, currently, CLMT are participating more and more in the global production network. And we see, we see a lot of supply chain moving from Cambodia, Vietnam, and Thailand, and other countries as well. The third part is the people coming across the borders. While DFIs to CLMV have been more and more interested by Thai investors, but we also have CLMV workers coming into Thailand. I see that official numbers that is announced is 1.8 million people in 2017, but if you count, if you include probably the unregistered migrants, we'll have roughly 5 to 6 million people working in Thailand right now. And of course, the tourism is, the big industry, in Thailand as well as the other countries. So I think these are the connectivity that we have right now. But, and the people around how should we reach these people in these countries? This large demographic area that you see here, so that, and the way that people are moving, the cellular network infrastructure has improved so much, and the coverage is becoming, coverage and the signal quality is becoming much better and better and better, which means that traditional brick-and-mortar bank branches is becoming inefficient. So we can draw from this picture that the mobile coverage represented by user speed test in Open Signal app is expected tremendously in line with the population density in CLMVT countries. Moreover, the use of mobile broadband is higher than that of financial account in every country. So how should we reach them? Through this digital service channel, we can provide digital payment through mobile phone, digital financial services through mobile phone, and we can learn a lot from those people, or those movement. And the digital readiness, it will still be a long way to see cashless society in Thailand and I think in other countries. However, with a fast technology development and quick adoption from young generation, we're moving in direction, I think, faster than we think. Almost everyone in each country already has mobile in their hand, and those who access to internet is growing really fast. In the next 3 to 5 years, I believe most of those mobile owners will be connected through internet and jump right into social media platform. From banking side, if we cannot onboard more customers to a banking service as fast as possible, then they will be ready for internet banking and mobile banking and be ready to activate mobile payment and other financial services. But if you see the needs of the people in these countries, CLMVT still need fundamental financial service to be provided. According to the Financial Development Indicator of IMF, the region lags behind in both financial institutional development as well as financial market development. So it's also reflected by the financial service used by local people. Even there are a wide range of financial services used in these countries, almost all services are, as you see, the fundamental financial services such as payment, savings, loans, and money transfers. And you see here, these are the noticeable volume of transactions through these fundamental financial services in these countries. In terms of volume, payment and credit have a higher size in all countries. In terms of frequency, the remittance and savings are also significant. So, providing these financial services through digital platform channels should be most possible efficient way to serve them in the future. So, with all these background of who we are, I just want to introduce what we, the Krungsri, are doing on this digitalization front, or transform ourselves into digital world. These are the 5 examples that I brought today that I want to maybe share with you what Krungsri is doing. So let me start with the prompt pay.
Step towards cashless society. Krungsri proudly presents the smartest prompt pay solution. 5 services. 1. Prompt pay credit transfer consists of real-time payment transfer, bulk payment transfer. 2. QR payment, QR code generating service via Krungsri EDC or connecting to POS. Alternatively, a ready-to-use mobile application. 3. E-wallet, closed or open-loop systems designed for retail consumers to make payments via QR code at any shops. 4. Cross-bank bill payment. Krungsri will coordinate with other banks to process all transactions. 5. Request to pay. Send notifications to their customers. Then customers can instantly make payment. The faster you move into the digital technology, the easier your business grows and succeeds.
Okay, that was a short clip that just went through. But as you see there, prompt pay is the country's financial infrastructure that recently developed to support the growth of a digital economy. This new infrastructure helps expand the financial services to Thai people with a lower cost and more efficient way. It also helped the bank to reduce the cost of handling cash in future. And also PromptPay can be used in many ways from G to C, G to B, B to B, and C to T. Using this PromptPay infrastructure from the video as you see, Krungsri has offering a wide range of product using this infrastructure. And one of the biggest use case is what we call Thai QR payment. For Krungsri, we provide 3 types of solutions to fit the large-scale companies, SME merchant, and small merchant. The Thai QR payment is an initiative that benefit from PromptPay infrastructure, and we use this CMB company global standard across the countries. And these are some of the statistics used by PromptPay and Thai QR code, and which is just expanding, exponentially. Now, this is the QR payment within Thailand, but we also try to, see how we can use this Thai QR for the cross-border payment. With this success of Thai QR payment, another initiative that we are really trying to go is we're really, transferring money within the region using this Thai QR cross-border payment. With the support from the Bank of Thailand to make it possible, the year we are going to expand our QR payment to the other countries and Japan, as a country's national scheme, and we want to get onto it. Now, this is the example that we see. We like to use the Thai QR cross-border payment, including Japan, which is our parent company's hometown. Also, I will explain, this one is the blockchain video that I like to share. It's a short clip again.
Blockchain, the most secure and reliable transaction technology in decades. Without needing to rely on intermediaries, blockchain brings higher level of business trust. Krungsri is proud to introduce Blockchain Interledger, a real-time transfer of international funds. The process now takes you all of 30 seconds, as opposed to the original SWIFT network's 1 to 3 days. Krungsri has partnered with IRPC to be the first to offer this service in Thailand. It will be expanded to Singapore and other corridors in the near future. Krungsri Blockchain Interledger has been named Most Innovative Emerging Digital Technologies Project, Thailand Domestic Technology and Operations Bank of the Year. Krungsri, the leader of blockchain.
So maybe I'll just go 2 examples of using blockchain to support the cross-border payment. And in addition to that QR payment, cross-border QR payment, Krungsri also is introducing a real-time cross-border payment for payment services on the business front using this blockchain interledger. The first case that Krungsri introduced was to support the remittance between Laos and Thailand, facilitating the petrochemical trading transaction between IRPC, one of the PTT group companies, and their big trading partners in Laos. The second case, this is a case we supported the Mitsubishi Corporation, as you know, a big Japanese corporation, facilitate and support their liquidity management using this blockchain technology. And this is kind of the result of it. In the past, when we transfer money cross-border, we use SWIFT infrastructure, and usually it took 1 to 3 days to transfer money from one country to another country's account. Now, with this block ledger, you see this 23 seconds. This is the real example of Mitsubishi Corporation. They were able to send money to their account in Singapore in 23 seconds. And it was the same in the transaction we saw between Laos and Thailand. It was even shorter than 30 seconds. So, In summary, with these, Krungsri has planned to expand more payment in this across the nations, and adapting innovative technology will definitely contribute to the effectiveness and improve the cost efficiency of our business, not just our customers, but also for the government and also for the economy of the country. The last example, I will not show this because this is not something we have done yet, but I think that information lending is going to be a key product, which is not in a traditional commercial banking platform right now. Credit information can be built in various data sources. For example, we can determine credit risk and income stream of like tax drivers or the motorcycle tax drivers from, using their apps. We know like how many rides they make per day, how often they work during weekdays and weekends, so all those information that was not in a traditional, analysis, will easily, all those data will be easily captured, and I believe that the landscape of lending money will become, evolve quickly. And opportunity. I'm sure there's a lot of peer-to-peer lending platform happening right now. But also it's not that bank will stick to its traditional combined lending practices, but they definitely have to go into this market and support the people that need to access to the capitals. So. Give you some example, but I like to end my presentation with a famous quote from Henry Ford. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is success. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this quote at the end is that, I show you some of the examples that Krungsri is working on. And and I'm sure it's not only us. All the banks in every country is doing the same. But as you see there, we're still doing on private to private sectors. So what I believe is that we need to see more like standardization across the nations, so that everybody will play the same platform. Especially if you want to do the cross-border one, the different standard in each country will make the private sector a little bit more costly to do the transactions, and eventually it will be charged to our customers. So if you really want to make an efficient and also cost-effective transfer, we should be standardizing the platform across the nation. Well, 5 years ago, when MUFG became the major shareholders of Krungsri, I came here and I said, okay, guys, let's create a strategy. Let's create a roadmap for what Krungsri want to be. I still remember that 5 years ago, I did not have digitalization in my mind. With creating a strategy in a traditional way, how we serve our customers. And I know AEC, ASEAN Economic Community was established in 2015. But, of course, the discussion was taking place even before that. So that's more than 5 years ago. And I think it was the same. I'm not sure, all the government agencies that was involved in this, AEC establishment discussion had this, financial technology digitalization wave coming in so fast, right? So, in order for this AEC to really be more successful, I think this digitalization agenda should be the first one to come to be discussed, so that going to my first comment, that all the country will have the standardized platform, eventually that will make the financial services cheaper to customers in all the countries. So that's maybe I want to finish my presentation, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, and could you please give a big round of applause to President and CEO of Bank of Ayudhya Public Company Limited, and could you please remain on the stage? We would like to express our sincere appreciation. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite Director General Trade Policy and Strategy Office, Ministry of Commerce, Thailand, up on the stage to deliver and present a special token of appreciation to our distinguished speakers up on the stage. Please welcome. So this is a very inspiration talks from our distinguished guest. Thank you very much once again for sharing us your knowledge and experiences. Thank you very much, sir.